Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Here we are again, yay, with another amazing episode of Mythical Creatures. And like always, I have no idea what to be expecting. All I know is that we are doing zombies. Zombies. Okay, so with that being said, welcome back. I am thrilled to have you here, and with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Teo.
All right. So welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, what we are doing in this series is using the archetypes, the ideas of mythical creatures, and seeing if we can extract some wisdom that we can apply to our daily lives and how we get through the obstacles that come our way. And obstacles is a good word for zombies, trust me. However,
why, have you met them?
Oh my gosh. Well, we actually kind of both probably feel like zombies right now. We've been stuffing envelopes for the last 6 hours. So
yes.
We're a little fried. So this is actually our break.
A lot of orders that had to go out, and we're still in the middle. We're halfway.
Yes, so we're feeling a little bit like zombies. But in case there's anybody out there that doesn't know what a zombie is simply a reanimated corpse. Now, that sounds disgusting and gross, but I promise you this episode's actually going to focus mostly on the positive aspects of zombies. Positive aspects of zombies.
Can you
Who
believe
could
it?
Even thought? Okay,
there are such things.
We will get to it, but we have to start with what zombies are most known for, which is just mindlessness, mindless pursuit of satisfying their insatiable cravings. So, Bruce, I know this is a good one for you to start the conversation on. So, do you want to maybe talk about what it's like to have an insatiable craving and what people should do when they start to feel that way? I know that's a tough place to start, but I promise we are getting to the positive stuff.
Wow, okay, yeah. So, an insatiable craving. When I have a craving, it's almost like I become shark-eyed. I just glaze over. There's no other thing in my mind besides what it is that I am craving. And I think that categorizing it as a zombie is a really good way to do it, because they have one thought in their being. They have one goal, they have one focus, and it completely consumes them.
And makes it impossible for them to think about anything else.
Absolutely. And impossible is a really good word. However, there is the silver lining, because you can overcome your cravings.
Absolutely. And one of the ways in popular mythology for killing a zombie is you got to crack open its head and destroy its brain. So when cravings happen, I think that's actually a really good metaphor, right? You have to break open that idea and kill those old thoughts that are happening. I know you had a craving for a cigarette earlier today. You talked about it.
Yes.
What did you do? How did you crack up your head? Boy, I can't talk. It's been a long 6 hours. We are zombies at this point. How did you crack open your old way of thinking and put in a new thought when that craving appeared?
I talked about it. Instead of keeping it internalized, keeping it in my head, I vocalized it, I expressed it, and I did that over and over and over again. And by releasing that thought, that internal thought, it made it come out externally. And in a sense, I was letting go of it by verbalizing it, by getting it out like that. Accepting it, going through and accepting it, and really just letting it go. I think that's a really good way, though, to explain it. Is I had to crack open. It's like cracking open a case. You got to get into it to get out of it.
You got to get into it to get out of it. I like that. So, all right, we're going to move on to the positive aspects of zombies. I know you don't normally associate zombies with positivity, but there is a way. Now, just so everybody knows, we are focusing on the Western popular version of what a zombie is. The most recent mentions of zombies in Western culture is going to be in the early 1800s in poetry that I actually think came from Brazil, if I'm correct. But zombies actually.
Hi, Brazil.
Hi, Brazil. But it actually, there is a much, obviously, a much longer and different version with Haiti and with Africa. That is not the type of zombies that we're talking about, but that is a fascinating read. So for those of you that want to do additional research, go look up the origins of what translated and morphed into what we know as a zombie through popular culture. But we're going to be focusing on those, what you might be familiar with from the movies. So I want to talk about positive aspect number 1. Persistence. Zombies are persistent. They have tenacity and they are going to go after the thing that they want. Now, we're going to take this out of the realm of addictions and spin it to the positive. If you have a goal that you think is worth pursuing, persistence is important. Mm-hmm. Can you think of an example of when that worked for you or anyone you know?
Yeah, my entire journey on social media, on TikTok and Instagram, and now on YouTube, persistence, consistency, showing up, having a goal in mind, and almost letting that positivity consume you. Because if you keep showing up, even if it's not the outcome that you're looking for, like I said in a previous episode, you keep showing up and chances are it might even be better than what it is that you had even imagined. For viewing that for other people, yeah.
It's okay. Team,
we're going to edit that out.
That's fine. So persistence, showing up for yourself over and over and over again. I think that's a really valuable lesson. So another thing that you can actually find with zombies is the idea of teamwork. They will band together and become adaptable in the way they pursue the things that they want. If something doesn't work, they can change plans. If there's suddenly a wall in front of them, they're going to get through it. If there's suddenly a window that's got to be broken, they're going to do it.
Oh, I got one. Oh, I just thought of it. I'm sorry. Literally packing packages all day. I'm zombified. So,
give it to us.
Yeah, for other people, when you started your circus company, you had an end to a career that was very hard for you. And transitioning and figuring out how to move forward with that. And you literally went door to door for weeks, knocking on people's doors, being like, hey, I'm a circus performer, I'm an acrobat, and I've got this really great gig for you, knocking on nightclubs and different venues all across New York City. And it was just constant rejection. However, that rejection was not rejection, it was redirection towards your yes, because it worked. And now here you are 16 seasons later with a very successful circus company.
Thank you for that. I like
Spectacular
that too.
Productions.
Thank you. Rejection is simply redirection. That's a great way. I know you've said that before, but I think it's important. It's important for people to hear that. Redirection. So something else. Zombies are known for being mindless. Mm-hmm. They have no empathy. They have no compassion. Talk about why you think it's important to see the humanity in others. What are ways when you're faced with somebody that is difficult, and we all face difficult people, right? That's just part of being human. What's a way to empathize with them? What is a way to humanize them and to see them in a different way?
Step out of yourself. Realize that you too are human. We've all made mistakes. We have all done things that I'm sure we're not proud of, but we're human. And when we're having a argument with someone else, or we're in a debate and it starts to get heated and people get angry and they start to yell, there's no room for progress there. At that point, we're just a whole bunch of noisemakers. So even with political views, everyone has a different view on things. And right now, with over 200 bills against the trans community, non-binary, non-gender conforming, drag queens, all of that, there's a lot of outrage towards that. Guns, a huge thing. Everyone has an opinion on this. And we're all fighting, we're yelling at each other, and there is no room for camaraderie. There's no place to unite and to be able to move forward with that. So if you center yourself, approach a difficult topic in a place of calmness, and have compassion for yourself, if you can have compassion for yourself, surely you can look at another human being and see that there's room for compassion there. And when they start to get hyper and they start to get angry with you, to reel it back, keep calm, keep focused on what the goal is for you, and realizing that you don't have to be right and they don't have to be right, but there is room for growth there. Sowing in love.
Oh, that's great. Sowing in love. And don't be a noisemaker. And focus on the idea that the zombies give us of teamwork. You know, there's that great clip from, I think it is World War Z, where they all just climb up on top of one another.
I've never seen that.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to watch it. And they create like a human bridge to get over whatever this obstacle is. Oh. But right, it's them working together. It's the teamwork. And if we're making so much noise that we can't hear each other, how are we gonna build bridges?
When we're yelling at each other, we cannot hear each other. Yes.
And
huge.
And you know, we had a lovely session with a wonderful thinker by the name of Bex Mui, and she said, "Don't reject what you can reclaim." Mm-hmm. We're so into just shutting people down right away now, and you know, social media unfortunately is one of the things that's exacerbating this problem and making it worse. Mm-hmm. Rather than allowing us to connect, we just want to reject. But we need to reclaim and reimagine and find new so that we can get forward. But
Bex Mui, excuse me. Bex, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Hi.
Yes,
she is the founder of House of Our Queer, and she's on social media as well. And I really encourage you, if you're looking to reclaim your spirituality, to go and give her a follow and watch her as well.
Great. And I think the last lesson from the zombies is simply fearlessness. They are not afraid of anything. So, do you have anything you want to encourage the people that are here today, something that they may need to hear about being brave, courageous, fearless in particular?
Quoting George Adair, everything you have ever wanted is on the other side of fear. So push through that fear of feeling, and you will receive everything that you have ever wanted. I love that quote so much. George, thank you. That has saved me in a dark space many, many, many a time. And chances are things that we are afraid of might actually be really good for us, to grow, to learn, to be better versions of ourselves. If it scares you, it might actually be good for you to push through that so that you can learn whether it's good or not, you know? But that's up for you to decide. Yeah, I think that quote sums that up pretty much. And to try it. Try new things. If you're afraid of it, what if you'll love it? What if you love it? Oh my goodness, skydiving.
Yeah.
I was so scared. Did it? I can't wait to do it again. We need to do that, by the way.
Okay. So, you know, I think the best way that we can sort of maybe describe that is making brave space. So even if it's not doing something physically like an adventure sport, having brave space with others to birth the world we want to see and not be a mindless zombie on this planet. So, all right, hope you got something out of that. Thanks for your insights. I dragged him out here
Thanks
and
for
made
your
him do
insights.
this.
Blah! Zombies.
We're gonna crack open our heads. Hopefully, some consciousness is coming your way.
You know, and I think it's so funny that we're actually kind of zombified. Like, no joke, from all of the packing of the orders. Thank you so much. But to have this be the topic of conversation, I think was so fitting.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna surprise you with the next one. All right, we've done 2 quote unquote monsters, and we've done 2 quote unquote beautiful things. So I think if we continue in the line, we'll either do something neutral or something fabulous. I don't know, something positive on the next one. So
Is there something neutrally fabulous that we can do?
Oh, there's so many. Maybe I don't. Yes, I have an idea. We'll see you on the next one, though. It'll be a surprise.
Thank you so much for being with us again. I really hope that you, as Teo said, I hope that you have gathered little nuggets of knowledge here, and if not, you know, something to think about. Let us know what you want to see as well in the comments. There's so many different options of mythical creatures. So, what's your favorite? Thank you so much for joining. And as always, I love you so much. Keep moving forward in your life. Thank you for showing up in your life. And if you feel zombified, maybe it means that we need to take a break. Take a break before you break. You can, and you're worth that. Absolutely. Breathe. Keep moving forward. You are doing a fantastic job. And as always, negativity, be gone.
Moving forward. Ah!